Hello, little Q stars. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. So, students, I'm your science educator, and from today onward, we are going to start our science class. So, all of you, are you excited? Yes, well done. So, our first chapter is living and non-living things. So, first of all, we are start a story. So, all of you, are you ready to listen a story? Okay, well done. So, there is a Sunny and Karan. See, a puppy is stuck between bushes. It can get hurt. It must be feeling pain. Mom, does the pup feel anything? Okay, Karan asked this thing to her mother. After asking this, yes, Karan, puppy feels pain like us. So now Karan thinks, what does me, puppy and we, all of us like pain? Why this happen in puppy as well as in us? So now the chapter starts. We see many kinds of things around us, right? You see puppy, you see rabbits, you see a lot of things, you see flowers and etc. and etc. So things around us, which are the things around us, like we are discussed right now, us are either living or non-living. Okay, so the chapter number which is living and non-living, it means the things which we are seeing around us, it could be distinguished between living or non-living thing. So how can we differentiate between living and non-living thing? Okay, living things are things that are alive animals. For example, those things which are able to respirate like us. We respirate now, we respirate like this. It means we are living things. In living things, we see growth as well. For example, you are right now you are a cute little stars, but after some time you will be grow and become a good version of yourself. It means you show growth. Animals and plants are examples of living things. Now the thing is, what are the non-living things? So non-living things that are not alive, that are not taking breath. They are just like your bottle, your bag, whichever they not those are which are not show the growth, because after some time if you look at your bag, the bag will grow. No, it means your bag, your toys, your bottles, all those are what? Those are non-living things. There are some features that separate living things from non-living things. Now we are going to learn about those features which help us to differentiate between a living thing or non-living thing. So all of you, are you excited? Okay. Now the first features of living things. So what we are going to learn today, we are learn first the living things need air, water and food to stay alive. What living things need to get, what living things need to grow? The first thing, air. The second thing, water. The third thing, food. To for what? To stay alive. Living things die quickly without air or water. For example, if your mother just deny to give you water and air, so what will happen? After some time, we are not able to take breath and we just die. It means living things need water, food, and air. Now, they can live for some time without food, but not for long. For half an hour, for half of a day, you can live without food. But after some time, you need food. It means for small period of time, you can live without food. Now, we are discussing about the non-living things do not need air, water or food. It means your bag, your plastic bottle, your toys, are not required that much food, that much water and air which you required. So they can live without water, air and food. Now, non-living things do not grow. As we already discussed, we grow after some time. You see growth in yourself, you see growth in your flowers, but in non-living things, you don't see any kind of growth. Now we are going to learn about living things move by themselves. What we are going to learn? Living things move by themselves. It means you are moving your own, right? The flowers grow on your own. You just pour some water, pour some fertilizers to it, and after some time, what you see? You see growth in your plants. So most animals move from place to place to get food, water, and shelter. They also move to escape danger. So plants cannot move from place to place. Only some of their parts move. For example, if you say with the when we have a strong wind, so plants moving, and some plants are also flew in air as well. So, for example, roots move in the soil to get water. Some plants also grow upwards or fences or walls to get sunlight. Flowers like lily and buttercup close up in the evening. It means okay, we have two kinds of plants. First lily and the second one is buttercup, which close up in the evening. Now we are discussing about the non-living things do not move by themselves. For example, you have your school bag. Without taking your school bag is cannot be able to move from home to school. First, you have to turn on your bag and then you take it your school. So it means non-living things cannot move themselves. For example, if you have your a rabbit toy, so it looks like you have that rabbit toy is moving. No, it doesn't. So they are moved by men like you. Okay, students? A ball moves when it is hit, kicked, or thrown. Now we are discussing about living things react to changes around them. For example, if you feel so much heat, so you react now, Mama, today it's so much hotness, right? So living things react to changes around them. Plants also react. If there is a heavy rain, the plants get extra water, so they just dull up. Non-living things do not react to changes. For non-living things do not react to changes. Now, living things reproduce. Living things get reproduced, which means living things have young ones. As your mother have you, a puppy, a dog has their puppies. So this means that living things can reproduce themselves. Now, non-living things do not reproduce. So your big bag have a small bag? No. Your big toy have a smaller toy? No, they cannot reproduce. Living things die. Okay, when living things get old, they die after some time. If you see your flowers, they get tired, they get small, dull, and they died after some time if we not get them enough food, water, and sunlight. Okay, so animals die, plants die, and human beings die too. Now, non-living things do not die. So your bag never die, your toys never die, your bottles never die. So I hope students this chapter is clear to you. In this chapter, what we learned about the living things and non-living things. And we take some points which on the basis we can differentiate between living things and non-living things. For example, living things take food, air, water, but non-living things cannot take it. Next, living things die, but non-living things cannot die. Living things can reproduce, but non-living things cannot reproduce. So these are the things which we have to keep in our mind while we have to differentiate and distinguish between a living thing and non-living thing. So students, for today, that's it. Now I'll meet you in your next class with a new chapter. So till that, what you have to do? Till that, you have to make a list of non-living things and living things around yourself in your surroundings. Okay, student? So just make sure you have to complete your homework. Now I'll meet you in your next class. Till that, bye bye. Have a good day.